Feelings, Love It When You Call from Suffolk's very own Kerry Ellis, whose latest project sees her coming together with two fellow West End stars to record a new musical, The Route to Happiness. The show is written by Alexander S. Bermange, and Kerry's been telling me how she got involved with it.
Well, it was all very quick, really. I got a call from Alexander asking if I'd like to be involved, and I obviously knew who the lineup were. I'm good friends with him and Ben Foster, of course, and Mike Dixon as well, who I know very well. And when I knew who was involved in the project, I thought, sign me up. And it sounded like a really interesting idea. It's just a three-hander musical that's completely sung through. And it was just an opportunity to make an album. So I was in the studio for literally, 4 days, I think it was, on and off. And that was it, really. So it was. It's always nice to do something new and interesting, and I really enjoyed it.
And tell us about the character that you play in this musical.
She's kind of like a teacher, really. She's the kind of soft-hearted warmth to the piece. She's a nice contrast to Louise's character, who's funny and bubbly and lively, and but I think she has a little bit more depth and strength to her. And she was really just nice to play. It was interesting to kind of get to know something or someone through a piece I'd never known before, and through a piece I didn't, there was no information of. I literally had to learn about her through singing the song. So that was interesting. And also recording them separately. Obviously, I wasn't in the room with Louise at times, so that was always interesting as well, because playing somebody's voice I can hear in my head, but I can't actually see them. It was fun.
It's already picked up some awards, hasn't it, at a musical festival in Austria. So obviously, is the plan to put it on stage in the West End as well?
I had no idea that it's already picked up some awards. That's fantastic. I have no idea. I mean, I'm sure Alexander will tell you more and about his plans for it. We were literally involved just for the soundtrack, and who knows what it will go on to do. I mean, it's a great piece, and who knows? Maybe I will do it in future. I don't know what his plans are.
You're an extremely busy lady, aren't you? What have you got lined up over the next few weeks and months?
Well, I'm actually rehearsing today for some concerts I'm doing over Christmas. Some Christmas concerts called The Sound of Musicals. We're doing one at the Barbican and one up in Manchester and Birmingham, which will be fun. I've just been nominated for a What's on Stage award for Best Takeover in a Musical, so I'm excited about that and trying to get everybody to vote for me. So that's fun, and then it will obviously go into next year, and I'm performing it at the Pheasantry in London in January, and then there's hopefully a new musical on the horizon. So yeah, lots to keep me busy.
In the meantime, are you returning to Suffolk to spend Christmas with your family here?
Well, I actually was there last end of November. I went to switch on the Christmas tree lights in Suffolk, which was really nice. It was I've never done it before in my hometown, so that was really nice. And it got me back, and I got to see some of my old school friends and family and stuff. So that was really lovely. And yeah, I get back as much as I can. I've still got a lot of family there, and I took my son this time, so that was really special for me too.
So 2015, plenty to look forward to.
Yeah, busy times, and hopefully Brian and I are going to go back in the studio actually next week, so we're going to have a chat, so maybe there'll be more from us next year as well.
Yeah, that's a lovely collaboration that served you well over the past few years.
Yeah, it's been great. We've done several tours over the last few years. We've done another 2 albums, and yeah, it's been great. I mean, we've kind of obviously I did my album end of this year, and I did a solo tour, and Brian's obviously with Queen at the moment. So it's nice that we kind of go off and do our own thing, and then come back together and almost use the experiences really. So it's kind of it's nice that the collaboration keeps changing.
So what are your hopes for the Route to Happiness then? I mean, would you get involved in the stage version, do you think, or is it sort of out of your hands in many ways?
Possibly. I mean, I don't know what the future holds for the show. I'm literally, I was just involved in the audio, so who knows? Who knows? I mean, it's a great show, and I'm sure if the other guys are up for it, I'd be up for it too.
Ben and Louise, your co-stars on the album, and it's just been released in time for Christmas, so this is going to be a popular purchase, I'd have thought, for many people well into their musicals.
Absolutely. Something new as well, something new and exciting that people haven't heard before. I think will be interesting.
Not easy times, I wouldn't have thought, to introduce new musicals, but there are plenty coming out still.
Well, I don't think it's ever an easy time to. I think it's always hard for new musicals to push through whatever, even with the big producers and right down to people that literally are writing in their, in their bedrooms. I don't think it's an easy task for anybody, because it is about personal choice and it has to hit the right audience and which is the masses, and that's a difficult target. So I think, everything and anything has a chance.
Thank you very much indeed for joining us on the programme, and have a wonderful Christmas.
Thank you very much. Lovely to talk to you.
I've a man in mind who thinks I'm as special as he is, and who looks beyond the bedroom to see all I'm worth, who's not loath to show his affections and not scared to ask for directions, who does not screen his calls and who knows what it's like to give birth. One who looks at me half as much as he looks in the mirror, one who doesn't feel he's as perfect can be, who isn't incessantly bragging of all the past girls he's been shagging, who does not shy from arguments he knows he'll lose, who wants more in his life than just sex, fags and booze, and who thinks I don't own enough handbags or shoes, and who fancies me. A man who doesn't one day seem devoted and sincere, the next reveal he's married and we're through, who likes a laugh and looks a dream and lasts beyond a year, who's sensible and smart and single too. I've a man in mind who will come home with all the right shopping, who is sweet and kind even when his team lets in a girl, a man I felt sure wouldn't dare to say I spend far too much on my hairdo, and does not seem to think he alone owns the remote control, one who doesn't count all the minutes I need to get ready, and who's blind to all other women when we're on a date, who won't drink if he knows that I mind it, and does not leave his porn where I'd find it, who calls even roughly when he promised to, and knows what it's like to spend hours in a queue when you have the nerve to be dying for the loo, and who's also straight. Guess I'll have to wait.
The voice of Kerry Ellis as Lorna. The new musical is The Route to Happiness, written by Alexander S. Bermange.